Hello guys, and welcome to the Cybertron channel. This is your main man 40 grand about to hook you guys up with another unboxing and review. This time I'm going to be doing it on the Earthrise War for Cybertron Bluestreak figure. This is the Walgreens exclusive that just came out. We're going to unbox it, we're going to take a look at the figure. We are also going to compare it with the Siege Bluestreak figure, as well as compare it with the MP Bluestreak figure. So if you're new to my channel, I want to thank you for clicking on my video. I'll ask that you hit the subscribe button if you enjoy videos like this, and if you do end up liking this one, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you do want to keep up with the Cybertron channel, don't forget to hit the notification bell. So without further ado, let's do this unboxing and review on one of my favorite Autobots. So before I take the figure out, let's take a look at him in the packaging. We notice that he comes nicely displayed right there, and he looks like the G1 Bluestreak in all his glory. When we look on the side there, we do have some nice artwork with Bluestreak with his headlight nips on, and in the background there we have a nice little forest background with a battle going on. Beautiful artwork. When we take a look at the back here, we notice Bluestreak in his robot mode and in the vehicle mode. But there's something going on here that I noticed. If we look at Bluestreak there, we notice that he does have Smokescreen's head, and his leg part right here is actually painted blue. So in my idea, they actually just painted this to look like Bluestreak without noticing that that's Smokescreen's head and his legs there. So if you guys are slick, you'll notice that. And when we look at the side there, we do have the nice artwork from the Earthrise line. And let's pop this open and take a look at the figure. So here's a look at Bluestreak with the inside bubble. We notice that he's displayed there on the top, and on the bottom here we have 3 accessories. So it looks like a rifle and his 2 shoulder cannons. There's a look at the front, and here's a look at the back. Here's a look at his instructional pamphlet. Nice illustration there. When we open it up, I'm assuming it's going to be just like the Siege version. There's a look at it there on the front. Here's a look at it on the other side. Yeah, it's looking pretty much the same. Alright guys, so here he is out of the packaging, and I gotta say, man, he is looking awesome, man. This is totally G1 Bluestreak all the way, man. It's everything you come to know about Bluestreak, and he happens to be one of the best looking Autobots on the squad. His color combination is awesome. He's got the red, gray, black, and it just looks great. Here's a look at him on the front there. We got all his colors, all the details that make him Bluestreak are there. Here's a side view of it. Very slim profile minus the chest there and the back of it. So that just totally looks like a G1 transformation figure there, and I totally like it. Let's take a closer look at it. Now we'll start off at the head portion there. We notice that his helmet is a painted dark gunmetal gray, and he does have those painted on red crest on the top there. His eyes are like a greenish turquoise color. Really looks sick, man. And his face there is that nice bright painted silver, which looks awesome there. His head sculpt is just so dope. On the front there, we notice we have that big Autobot logo, which looks great. We do have this black paint that goes all the way to the back part here. Really nice. If we look at the headlamps there, we notice that they're a translucent blue plastic, but it's so light, it almost looks like realistic headlamps there, which really do look nice. Notice that the front grille right there is painted really nice. On the bottom section here, we do have like this automotive style paint, which is different from the top there. It has like these little glittery portions right there, if you can see them, which looks sick. If we look at the arms there, we notice we have nice detailing. You have red right there, black forearm, and the nice light gray hand. Looking great. Nice details on it. Nice hands. Great. On the midsection there, we do have a little light gray plastic here. We do have some detailing on his midsection right there. On the crotch area, looks good. It has some detailing there. If we notice that we do have like that triangle, very reminiscent to the G1 figure. Have some slight detailing on the legs. And the only thing that bugs me about this figure is this part here. On the rear window, we notice that it's just translucent plastic, so you can see right through it. I kind of wish they would have painted behind it so you wouldn't be able to see through it, but I might just end up painting it or putting something behind it so it doesn't look like that. Other than that, it's not too bad. Notice the feet there look really good. It does have this painted here, the tail lamps, and the back portion of the vehicle. We see the exhaust pipes on the feet area. There's a look at the front of it. Side there, we do have the portholes. Looking good. And on the back, this, I love the way it looks. I love having the doors out like that. That's so G1. It's so awesome. Back there we do have a porthole, which we'll see later in the alternate mode. And the back is looking pretty good. Minus this hollow part, I mean, it's perfect minus this. I mean, this kind of annoys me, I'm not gonna lie. And if we do look at the inside here, this is just really, yeah, that tab just comes off all the time. I don't know why. As soon as I pull it out, those things started coming off. So that kind of hides the hollow point here. But other than that, that's pretty much it. But I hate this whole empty cavity here. But other than that, I think it looks really good. So you're not going to be looking at it through there anyway. So there that is. Awesome. All right, so let's go over the points of articulation now. The head is on a ball joint that can allow him to look up about that much, down like that much, and tilt a little bit left and right. Can rotate 360 degrees. Arms can go out in it like so. If you look there, you notice that he does have like a butterfly joint right there on the top section. So he can actually move a little bit higher than what a lot of other figures can. That's really nice that you can actually do that. Assuming it's a part of the transformation, so that's why it's like that. I can rotate 360 degrees right there. Does have the bicep swivel joint, which is nice. Elbow can rotate a little bit over 90 degrees, like so. The hands can rotate 360 degrees. And when we look at the midsection there, his waist can rotate 360 degrees. Legs can go forward and back a little bit over 180 degrees. Minus that part that kind of stops it. So it can go out and in. You can do the Van Damme. And he does have the joint right there that can actually rotate on the thigh. His knee can go, wow, he has a lot of range there. He can go back. Like I said, it's probably for the transformation. And his legs, his feet can tilt to the side about 90 degrees. So he's looking really good as far as articulation goes. His feet can actually go like that, but I'm assuming that's because of the transformation. So all these articulation points make for some awesome posing. Alright guys, so now let's go over the accessories. This is the first accessory, which is the laser blaster. And if we notice it there, it's modeled pretty much after the original G1 toy. It does have the new motif of the Earthrise War Cybertron line, but this is pretty much a copy of the original gun that he had. So I'm really excited. It does have that fin in the back. It does have that double part right here, and it does have that nice tip. Very reminiscent to the original G1 toy. I'm so happy. Thank you very much, Hasbro, for producing this figure, because you're bringing a lot of feels, man, to me. So we'll just put this on his hand right there. Put it right there like so, kind of tight. Next accessories up are the laser blasters that are like the shorter version that go on his shoulders. So you notice it there has a lot of nice detail. Now, originally he had like rocket launchers that would fire rockets, but this time it's like a little tiny pistol that goes on the side there that gives him the illusion that it could be missiles, but it's just a little tiny little thing there. It does have 2 portholes there. So I'm assuming on the rifle you could just plug it on the side like that. You could put the other one on the other side, but you could put this also, what it's mainly for, is to put on his shoulders. And if you want, you can just have him holding one on his hand. So it kind of does look good as a pistol or on the shoulders. So if you want, you do them either way. So overall, it looks great. So before I get into the transformation, I want to just show him off with the original Siege figure, like I said earlier. And here's a look at both of them, because some people are complaining right now, oh, the Siege one is better. So we're going to have it right here, both of them. If you prefer the original G1 look, boom, you can go with this guy. If you prefer the new stylized version of him that still keeps the G1 look, you can go with this guy. But either way, you can't go wrong because they both look great. If you look at the side there, we do notice that the Siege one has a darker gray right there on the side there, but the silver gray here is a little bit different. Overall, the coloring is pretty different. The red looks darker, everything looks darker on the Siege version more than this version. But I mean, look at the head on this one. It just blows this one out of the water totally. The shoulders are different, the arms are different. Nothing looks like it pretty much shares anything with the Siege line, which I'm happy about because you don't have to worry now that you're getting the same toy. It's a completely different one. Everything looks different. So there's a side look there, and there's the back. Notice, yeah, there's nothing really the same here. So a lot of people are complaining, I prefer the Siege version, but to me, it's always gonna go with the G1 look. All right, so right now I brought along his big brother, the MP version of Bluestreak, and here's a look at both of them because he does get compared to as a mini Masterpiece figure. So obviously he's not a Masterpiece, and there's a lot of guys out there, they just cry, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get Earthrise, I got my Masterpiece. But if you want to take a look at both of them side by side, here's a look at them there. So pretty much different. You do get an idea that they took a lot of inspiration from the Masterpiece figure, because when you look at the bottom there, you see very close similarities. Obviously, you're not going to get a freaking $100 figure compared to a $20 figure. But me personally, I still would have gotten this one before I would have got this one, because I don't like the fact about Masterpiece figures that you can't really play around with them. Like if you go like this and you throw it somewhere, you're going to be pissed off about it because he's going to get scratched up. This one is an actual toy. I could take it, go like that, smack it up. Nothing happens. You know what I mean? Because it's designed to be played with. This one is just designed like a statue almost. Like you can't really mess too much around with it. But there's a look at both of them there. You can see where they got the inspiration. And that's what I want to show off here. And there's a side of it. And there's the back part of it. And personally, I do like this figure more. Had I not have this one and I had this one, I've been totally happy. So there's a look at that and the other side, and there they are. All right, guys, time to get on with the transformation. It looks pretty easy, so we're gonna get into it. Let's do this. Alright guys, so here's a look at him in the alternate form. As you guys just seen it, that transformation was cake, and he's very similar to the original G1 figure, so I was able to do it pretty good. So if you notice it there, he rolls magnificently. So we'll take a closer look at him, and we do notice that he's still modeled after the Datsun/Nissan Fairlady car that he was originally designed for. If we look at the top there, let's take a look at it. We'll see that the front 2/3 of the vehicle is painted black. We notice that he does have that hood scoop there. See if I can zoom in a little bit. That looks really nice, that detail there with the nice bright Autobot logo. We do have the 2 port holes on the side there. The windshield there, we notice that we do have this red spot on it like that. If we open up the door, we do have some space. If you want to get like a little figure, you could probably squeeze in there to have him in there. On the top there, we do have the porthole for, you know, the accessories, which looks good. On the back here, we do see the rear window, and I kind of wish that they painted the top section here black. That would have been nice, because it kind of looks a little weird right there. It kind of looks like they just put another car on the back there. but it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks really good. We notice we do have that nice spoiler on the back. We do have the some detailing on the back here. We see the paint a little bit better on the headlights and on the back portion of the tailgate. We notice the exhaust pipes looking really nice. Take a look at the side, all the little curves there on the side of the car. We notice that the wheels are painted, and these are modeled after the original Datsun wheels that the car had. So as you can see it, they kind of try to replicate that. The front one's a little bit smaller than the rear one, but I guess it gives it more of a muscle car type look, and I do like the way they roll. See the detail right there of the door handle, and on the front there we got those nice headlamps looking really good with that nice paint on the bottom, and that looks good. On the bottom here we have some minimal kibble. We do see his face there on the bottom. We see his arms, but it doesn't really take too much away from the figure because the original figure kind of looked the same way. But notice we do have some detailing there and there, and overall I do love this mode. I can see myself having it in either mode, but I really do like this. The original G1 figures were one of my favorite toy cars to play with. I had Prowl, and I still got Prowl, and this figure is the same figure, so I loved it, and I do love this one. And we can also put the accessories on it like so. We'll pop in the two smaller guns right there on the hood, and we'll take the large gun, put it just like that if you want to have them, or like I said earlier, you can do it like this, 1 and 2, and you can have some kind of big gun right there. So there's a look at that. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so what more can I say? I got a little bit carried away with doing the transitions, but I had a hell of a good time doing so. This turned out to be my favorite Bluestreak figure so far. And minus the weirdness that goes on with the back of his feet being transparent, that's nothing a little bit of paint can't fix, and it doesn't take away too much from the figure. Do I think you should get this figure? Heck yeah, this figure is awesome. So till next time, this is Chukatron signing out, saying peace, love, harmony, and God bless. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, chances are you'll enjoy another one. Hit the subscribe and notification bell for more Chukatron content.